Hi, my name is Amarinder Sidhu, and I'm here to talk about my new book, which I'm calling Becoming a Software Company. The idea for this book came from a question that was asked by a client: how to think and operate like a software company. They had seen me and a team that I'm part of build a successful software company within a consulting firm. So they wanted me to come and speak with their IT teams and discuss how they can build successful software systems for their business. A number of important questions emerged from that conversation: how to manage relationships between the business stakeholders and IT groups, how to build roadmaps when the business requirements are constantly changing, how to become agile when everything else around you isn't, how to build product teams within IT groups, and how to manage software talent within a non-software company. While that conversation prompted me to form this concept of becoming a software company in my mind, but the phenomena was playing out more broadly everywhere I saw. I saw it in the struggle of traditional car companies trying to compete with a software first company like Tesla. I saw it, during the pandemic when a lot of traditional companies struggled to scramble to start operating through digital means. I saw it in the convergence that was playing out between the enterprise software and consumer software in the domains of health tech, ed tech, and fintech. So I thought these questions that my client was asking me were broadly important for the industry in the age of software. And as somebody who has been building software systems for enterprise clients my entire career, I felt compelled to write this book, which I'm calling Becoming a Software Company. The need to adapt and innovate business with technology has been a constant, but something momentous shifted in the last couple of decades. Cloud computing unlocked newer ways of building software. It unlocked newer ways of delivering software, be it software as a service, platform as a service, or infrastructure as a service, or some combination of these. It has unlocked unbelievable amount of options for building software systems within the enterprise. It's the software eating the world phenomena playing out for the enterprise IT stack. So software ate the enterprise, but what it showed was that after it is said and done, the questions that are important are not software questions. How to acquire and retain customers to increase revenue, how to improve efficiency to increase profits, how to deliver great employee and customer experiences. Those are business questions. So in terms of staying ahead within the competitive landscape, it's thinking in terms of what's possible to do with what's available and what are the innovative use cases of answering the same questions that have become important with what's available. I think that's more important in the age of software, not the software itself. This book isn't about a methodology or a framework or some silver bullet answer. I think there are way too many of those. Instead, I'm arguing for a reorientation towards deeper principles of building value in general and of building value with software in particular. With each principle, I'm picking up a dominant paradigm of operating from the current state. I'm explaining how that's preventing enterprise companies from becoming a software company and suggesting some practical ways of correcting that. For example, how can we move the discussion around value from meeting requirements at the lowest cost possible to creating customer progress? How we must recognize the inherent complexity in software as an abstract media and build safeguards in the processes that we follow for mitigating that complexity for increasing value. How we must move the software procurement processes from one-off, large, hard-to-reverse decision to many small reversible micro decisions. How for Agile, we have to de-emphasize rigid methods and make it about culture, where we are empowering people to make faster decisions. How we must stop thinking of people as resources who have to be staffed, allocated, or rolled off projects, but really how we build them as teams, which are the most fundamental unit of engineering and the most fundamental unit of creating innovation, for within the enterprise. Most importantly, how the management must transform as well, from moving away from managing people to managing the framework of creative motivation of people within the enterprise. With insights like these, my objective is to equip leaders and managers to do their own becoming a software company transition at any level, in a small team, in larger IT groups, or even with a whole organization. I think we're at a critical juncture where there is an incredible amount of innovation happening around sheer mechanics of building software, especially with large language models and generative AI. This is going to turbocharge the trend that prompted me to write this book. With AI, software is going to become substrate of running a business in ways that we are only beginning to imagine. New business value and unique business value is going to get even more closely tied to innovative use case. So it's going to become paramount for everyone involved to become savvy about how to leverage existing technologies to build user and customer-focused enterprise systems. With this book, I am really excited to contribute ideas for companies to begin their journey. And I'm really looking forward to be on that journey with the readers of this book.